You are watching Anachronology.
Like I said, I'm not super confident about the whole fashion thing, but hey, AI producer does not stray us wrong. So we will try our best to talk about some fashion, see the kinds of fashion that went on in 2021. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Anachronology. What do? We travel through time. We talk about history. We archive it, the good, the bad, the ugly, the things we liked, the things we hated. Again, ugly job. Somebody's got to do it, and that's us. Enter us.
And it's always a mixed bag on what year we're going to be and what we're going to be talking about. And if you, again, like Tom said, if you're just joining us, it is 2021 and fashion. Tom, fashion,
baby. I feel like we should, and if I weren't going to get hit with the needle drop, I'd be queuing some RuPaul or something right now, some like real nasty fashion runway music. But I can't be doing that because I don't need to be taken off of the YouTubes.
I mean, that's, I think that show is still going on, right? Isn't there still RuPaul's Drag Race or whatever? Isn't that still going on? There we go. That's I think that's someone on RuPaul's Drag Race.
That feels very RuPaul Drag Race. If not, I think this could be the future of fashion right here. Whatever this wild, like, I mean, what would you even call that? That's something chic, like
I think that's
Bella chic or some shit.
That's almost like insect-inspired Google glasses.
Yes, dude. Yeah, imagine if we went this route with like the freaking like AI goggles. It would be so uncomfortable and awkward.
But you would look sick as hell, though. You would look.
It would look fucking sick. I'm gonna give you that.
It's strange. This isn't even like someone like on a runway. This is just what people wear in Japan all the time. Like it's the year 3000. It's the year 3000 in Japan right now.
That's it. This is like a normal day. You would wear this if you were heading into work in Japan. Yeah. This is like you would see people on the subway like this.
Yeah, instead of having like where you put your umbrella when it's raining, like they have like little buckets for where you got to put your giant helmet. So when you take that off.
Yeah, she's pulling it off though. I really dig it. I mean, if and like I say with any kind of fashion, if you can make it work, work it, girl. Guy, girl, whatever. So 2021, like there were a lot of different fads in 2021. We're going to talk about those fads, the things that we didn't make sense, the things we liked, that WTF moments of fashion in 2021. Right out the gate, one of the big fashion trends that year was the big blazer trend, apparently. As you can see here, it looks like a little kid who went into their dad's closet and decided to play dress up. Woman on the left is obviously looking like that. Kind of weird.
This is talking heads. Like David Byrne already did this. Like he already did this.
Here's my man right here. Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is like, are you a little kid wearing your daddy's like clothes? Are you just, is this, stop making sense? And you're dancing around in the big suit. It doesn't really. One man pulled it off well, and you can see him right there, and it's David Byrne. I don't know if this was a stickable trend.
So this is a little cyclical though, if everything kind of comes back. I'm waiting for capes to come back. We get some capes.
Bro, I know.
Bring me some like 18th century. Give me some capes with like I'm wearing a hoodie right now. Like I just give me a cape attached to this, and as long as I can look cool wearing it, I'm rocking a cape.
So are we talking like Are we talking like the full is it like a cowl in a sense, like come over the head kind of thing, like cover the face and it's a cape, like kind of thing, hoodie / cape?
The limited knowledge I know of capes and cowls, I think a cowl just covers like here,
correct.
Like above here.
Batman had a cowl.
Yeah, and the cape is like your cape can be part of a cowl, but yeah, dude, I'm talking like a full on cape where you could just like, dude, use it. You're freaking
man. Like an Assassin's Creed getup, I'd be wearing that to like my office and stuff. People be like, Tom's really
do a little street creeper, man. You can just do a little street creeper, especially with how there's surveillance and just facial recognition all over the place. Just do a little street creeper, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I would love to see capes start to be cool and come back into the fold, but maybe that's.
I mean, as far as the 2021 big blazer, though, I mean, still 80s David Byrne did it better.
Yeah, he did. Next up, another trend apparently that was super hot and came back was apparently what they wanted to call knitwear. Obviously, as described, it is absolutely hideous. As you can see, this real androgynous looking woman on the left, and then this guy looks like he grabbed Graham's, freaking blanket on the couch and slung it over him. It's weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, that looks like methed out Kate McKinnon, and that looks like if they made Green Book today, like Mahershala Ali, like in Green Book today.
And the problem is, it's just not. It just. Okay, all I'm thinking of is this. This is exactly when you say knitwear, it's a photo at Sears when you're 4 years old, or it's like the thing that your great aunt gets you and knits you every year, and you can't say that you don't like it because you don't want to hurt her feelings. These are the two looks for knitwear.
Yeah, even homeboy in this panda sweater, like, he knows, like, he's like, "Honey, I'm wearing this for you." Like, he does not wanna be in
Ugh,
this. Like, knitwear is I mean, even that girl, like,
oof.
dude, she's just happy to be wearing something. Like, she doesn't know any better. She's what, 8, 9? Like, she doesn't know that that sweater
Something, I
sucks.
don't even know, but yeah, I guess just trying to make knitwear cool is quite a task, and I don't know who you need to be to even pull that off, but, you end up
None of
just
the people
being
we've seen today.
exactly, you end up being these folks right here. This is your knitwear prowess. Another big trend, obviously, was athleisure wear. I love that we took two things and we just smushed them together. But basically, let's not lie, it's just being lazy and just wearing stuff that you would wear to the gym out in public, like these two folks here, pictured.
I will say though, especially being I run into a lot of women after the gym at the grocery store in their athleisure wear, and some of them don't or should reconsider their athleisure wear, and some of them I thank you every day for creating athleisure wear. Whoever did
AI
it, like
producer knows what's up. This is
yeah,
exactly the benefit. The number one benefit of athleisure wear is what is pictured right here. Is it has very much accentuated assets.
I mean,
And I agree with you. I think there are some people that like bless your heart, and then there are some people that it's just you can't take your eyes away from it. It's like Ark of the Covenant. You can't not look at it. It's going to take your soul. It's unreal. I mean, this is insane. But this is what this fashion trend has really brought forward. But I think a lot of people end up kind of looking douchey like this. I mean, listen, I love me some Adidas stuff too because I think there's athleisure wear, but this is like rocking a track. This is a tracksuit. Let's not lie. This is some Polly Walnuts. This is some Goodfellas mafioso looking shit.
so I have Adidas pants and shorts 100%, but
Yep.
I do not own an Adidas top, and I do have shell tops. I do have some Adidas those my everyday sneakers, but I consciously have never gotten an Adidas top because like I feel like that's the third piece of the triangle that does turn me into this. But if I only
I
have
agree.
two, if I only have two, I'm okay. I'm all right.
I'm gonna say huge fan, have always been a huge fan.
Mm,
I think Adidas pants are the most comfortable pants. Like the bottoms are where it's at. I have
I'm
I have 3 solid pair. They're around the house chore pant. Because what I like is you can rock them in the house. And if you got to run down to the store, it ain't shameful. You're rocking you got the stripes down the sides. I
name
agree.
brand.
Adidas kicks are super comfortable as well. When you tie it all together and you put the bow on it like this, it's some Jersey Guido stuff. This is exactly how I would feel, and let alone how douchey I would look. So
And none of these dudes are black, which means they can't pull that off. Like, brothers can pull
no,
that off all day, but those
I
are
totally
brothers.
agree. I
I mean,
totally agree.
this right here,
I think black people make it look freaking awesome and
no,
cool. White people, it just looks like, what are you doing, dude?
we can't
But
do it.
you
We
can't do
can't
it.
do it.
So I'd say that yeah, a hard pass on some of that. Again, if a lady wants to wear some leggings, more power to you. Show what your mama gave you. Another big thing that came out in fashion in 2021 was what they wanted to call this Y2K revival. We're bringing back old styles. You can see kind of a smattering of some of the things that came back that were super hot in the Y2K era. Now that's right up our alley. I mean, that's when Clay and I were in basically
Oh, yeah,
seniors in high
high
school.
school, yeah.
This was all the fashion. This was what was super cool. And it's just obviously makes me feel super fucking old when I see it becoming cool again, because even back then I felt like we were a little bit behind the 8 ball with the whole fashion sense. But you get a little bit of a taste of what came back and what everybody, I guess, in 2021 was finding hot again. And we'll go through some of those things, but we'll also talk about things that we think didn't make it back into the whole comeback circle that should stay dead and buried, because some of the Y2K fashion was abominable, terrible. Let's not lie. Really bad. Here's a smattering of some of the stuff here. So you can see here up in the top, the big belts. Big belts are, I guess, came back. Everybody wanted to wear a giant fucking belt. It couldn't just be a small belt. It had to be a massive belt. I mean, look at that. It's just too goddamn big. It's ridiculous.
I think I'm glad that I'm was like there was a COVID year because I don't remember the belts are so fucking big. I'm surprised I missed them. I don't remember seeing a bunch of big belts.
And you know what?
I
That's what's so funny is, again, we're going to pepper in that this happened in 2021. We're still coming off the helms of COVID. So it's like, I guess if you had the balls to even go out in public and dress up like this, good for you, because not a lot of people saw you. You can see a girl, Brittany. Apparently, the tube top was hot. came back. I know that was a thing. People like pop stars, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, they were all kind of showing that midriff, rocking that tube top. I don't know if that's some kind of like spandexy, weird fabricy tube top thing, but vinyl even, yeah.
Yeah, it does not look like it's synthetic fabric, that's for damn sure.
Absolutely. Sure, that's cool. If you got the body to wear that, then you can. I think most people don't, so don't wear it, please. We can see also Mr. Pitt down there. That was another big thing was these sporty looking sunglasses. So it was always looking like you just came off the mountain snowboarding, or I don't even know what that look was, but they looked really cheap and shitty. That was like
I'm
a hot trend, I guess.
I'm a little taken aback. Like Brad Pitt's the coolest dude in the fucking world. He's really not pulling those off for me. I really don't
He's
think
really not.
he's really not pulling those off for me.
No, he's really not. And that picture, and look at he's got the little chin beard too. I know that was like a kind of a hot trend too, and he's just not. It's just not a flattering picture of Brad Pitt. Another look was the layers look. As you can see, is that Williams? What's his that
Sean William Scott,
Sean Williams.
Stifler.
Yeah, thank you. I can only know him as Stifler, but the
Course.
layers look, obviously, and I was guilty of the layers look. That was the thing to do in that time, was like you rock the long sleeve and then you rock the tee over the long sleeve. So you get the layers look. Layers look apparently did peek its head back out in 2021.
Man, he should have like a wife beater underneath all that. So then he gets he gets the underlayer too. You get like the
The
ribbing of the going over the shoulders, man. If you're gonna go layer it up, Sean William Scott. You got 3 names, wear 3 layers.
I agree with that. And then we see tiny t-shirts were a big thing in Y2K and apparently came back. We can see a very tiny t-shirts. They even look like tiny novelty t-shirts with these little like sassy
self-affirming sass on there. We got some skinny bitch. Dump him. That one's a little too tiny. Stop being. I think it says stop being. Oh, I thought it said stop being white, and I was like, that's what I'm wearing. That's weird.
That would make sense too. I think is that Paris Hilton wearing it? Then that would make sense.
I think yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, that was always a thing, like the tight little tiny t-shirt look. Obviously, yeah. I guess that got hot again. And then look at freaking scummy ass Dave Navarro. That was another thing. Apparently, was the bucket hats. The bucket hats made a comeback. He's got the freaking leather bucket hat. That should have stayed dead. I've never liked bucket hats. I don't think they look right. It's very it's what's his name? The guy on the island. I can't even think of his name now.
John Locke?
No. The isn't this terrible? I can't remember his name. A 3-hour tour. That guy.
Oh, Gilligan.
Gilligan. It's just Gilligan. I look at anybody with a bucket hat. He ruined bucket hats. Gilligan ruined bucket hats forever. You can't not wear it and look herby.
Now I'm killing. I fucking remember Dave Navarro. I can't remember the name of the actor who plays a fucking Gilligan. I can't remember the actor's name now. Now I'm blanking.
Isn't it something Denver?
Bob Denver. There you go.
Bob Denver.
There you go. Bob Denver. There we go.
God rest his soul.
One hand washing the other here, my friend. One hand washing the other.
There we go. We're jogging each other's memory. So we do here on Anachronology.
We look at pictures of Dave Navarro in a bucket hat.
That's right. And it just like sends recall. We'd remember things.
Dude, he's wearing a talisman. He's wearing like a skinned flying monkey from Wizard of Oz, leather pants. Throwing
this
a peace
guy,
sign.
he had his whatever, 1 hour of fame when he was like a guitarist on the one Red Hot Chili Peppers album that he was on, and then it apparently dated Carmen Electra for a couple of months.
Broke my fucking heart.
Which I feel like most men did in that time period. So yeah, that's kind of a glaze of the Y2K revival in 2021. Let's talk about trends of 2021 that should stay dead and buried and never, ever show the light of day again. The first one up is designer facial hair. Can we not ever forget all the terrible designer facial hair? And I feel like all of it really was in every member of the Backstreet Boys had terrible designer fashion hair like this guy right here. Look at that shit.
That is oh man, I don't know what year this is. If this is from 2021, this is even bad designer facial hair for 2021. Oof. Like there is so much more. I've seen like videos where they take a photo, on your phone, and they hold up the image on the camera that's on the cell phone, and it's like shaved into not just their head, but it's like part of their face. Like that's how designer the freaking facial hair is. This is just a little. This is I'm out of money. My band isn't doing too good. Even his, I don't even know what you call this piercing right here. That's not even, that's like a cheapy, like he had to sell his good one. That's like a
Oh
place,
god,
that's like a placement, like regular old chrome ball.
it's
There's
a
not
lot
even
to
like a
keep
cool,
up.
it's like a
Yeah,
cool talent or anything. There's not even a cool
no.
accessory coming out of his face.
It's just it skinny's the coolest thing about it. He's like, make it as skinny and ropey and tiny as possible. I want it to be like, and it does look like a magic marker, and you just went and drew it on your face. It looks like total trash.
No bueno.
So please don't ever bring that back. That needs to stay dead and buried. The fedora, I agree. I think the milady whole idea of the fedoras has always been cringy to me, but it did become a big thing in the Y2K because obviously people like Ashton Kutcher wore them, but I am not a fedora fan. I don't think very few people, if you're not Dick Tracy, look good in a fedora.
Like old white guys, like old 70-year-old, 80-year-old white guys, they could do it. And again, black people can old
Yeah,
like black people wear fedora. Look cool.
100%. Absolutely. They pull it off. White guys, again, it's milady. It's just weird. It feels forced. I don't like it.
Like there's a church right down the street from me, and on obviously on worship days there's a bunch of people who wear nice clothing, and sometimes when I'm driving by, because Lord knows I don't attend, but I have definitely seen like a black dude who's like patriarch of the family rocking a fedora 100%.
Yeah. And you know what? If you can
Not
rock,
you, Ashton Kutcher.
not you, Ashton Kutcher. Oh, God. Right off the bat. Oh, sorry. I skipped that one. Go back, AI.
Is that a
Okay.
frayed freaking sweater?
Shredded sweaters was the thing of that time. The Y2K shredded sweater. Of course, again, leave it to, I think, was this Lance Bass? Is that who that is? He was either in
That
NSYNC
is Lance
or
Bass, man.
Backstreet Boys. But this goes to show this was the boy band look. It was just like the weirdest, stupidest fucking fashion you could come up with. This is perfect. I mean, it just looks like you took scissors and sheared off the bottom of your sweater.
And I know that Lance Bass is Lance Bass. I know this dude came out as gay or whatever. But when they were doing the photo shoot, everyone was like, "I'm not wearing the shredded sweater," and he's like, "Oh, I'll wear the shredded sweater."
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah,
this
absolutely.
this is not screaming heterosexual.
I feel like he loved it. He asked if he could take it home. The costume person was
Oh,
like,
he's
"Yeah,
so
you
in.
can have it, man. That's cool. It's yours."
You're the only one that wants it.
Justin Timberlake when we caught dead in that. But look at that thing. That just awful, awful. Glad that's dead. Don't bring it back. Oh God, goggles. Even just saying that goggles were a thing, but they were. That was a thing. And of course, like Q, fucking, it's the same guy from the other
Oh
photo.
yeah, yeah. With the
That
skinny, oh man,
boy,
he's
dude, he's just a total tool.
he's dropped the ball twice. He had the terrible penciled
Ugh.
on facial hair, and then
He's got these like
also,
ponytail hairstyles. Oh,
yeah, it's like the start of Pippi Longstockings, but his hair isn't long enough.
you know what?
Like,
You know what? Even I can call out here. He is wearing a golf glove. That's like a glove you wear when you go play golf. Like, what are you doing, man? You're just. It's like a kid who went in their parents' closet and is playing make believe. That was like the fashion sense of Y2K. That is
and
terrible.
he obviously has enough money that he shouldn't be wearing like a dog choker collar. That's not even like good jewelry.
No,
It's like bad jewelry.
it's awful. And why does he have to have three of them? Or no, there's two of them. I'm sorry, it's the shadow. I thought there was another one, but yeah, it's overkill on the jewelry. I could even say I'm even gonna say I can't see below. That looks like a chain wallet. He's probably rocking a chain wallet, which is even douchier. But really, the main perpetrator in this photo is the
It's the
goggles. Like,
goggles.
there's no reason for the goggles. Goggles are more like, sure, you want to keep stuff out of your eyes. You have goggles. Why are you wearing goggles, dude?
Again, the one like the person who comes to mind who can kill goggles. T-Pain. T-Pain looking good in goggles. Little John looking good in goggles.
Killing it.
White boy not looking good in goggles.
I think what we're learning from this kind of deep dive into the fashion of Y2K is just white people failed. We failed. We failed. We proved we're not cool. We're not cool. We can't pull this stuff off.
I think we proved that a long time ago. We're just reinforcing it, man. We're reinforcing the hell out of it.
It's effing cringe, bro. Okay, big ties. Why not? Look at poor Anne Hathaway. She is just grasping at straws here at the Kids' Choice Awards. 2004 coming in strong. Prime Y2K fashion, big tie. There's no reason. You're not a clown. You're not going to a kid's birthday party. You don't have to have a big tie.
Now the only white person I think probably did a good job of this was like 1970s Diane Keaton and some like Woody Allen, probably
Oh,
like Annie
solid.
Hall. I think Annie Hall, I think she wears, like, a big tie, I'm sure, but
I
that's
think you're correct.
1977, and that's Hollywood sweetheart Diane Keaton,
I
so
agree, and she kinda pulled off the whole, like, adorable thing too. I'm not buying it. It looks forced. I think
yeah.
she rushed out of the house, Anne Hathaway. She's like, "Give me a big tie. Can you show up with a big tie on the carpet and throw it on me?" She
Who
ain't
are
with
you
this.
wearing? I'm wearing big tie?
Mhm. Bozo Collection 2004? Yeah,
What
no
a
big
lovely
ties.
big tie you're wearing.
Yeah, it's so great. Tell us about your big tie.
Mm,
Ugh, and then obviously vote for Pedro shirts. Can stay dead and buried. There were way too many of those. So glad I don't ever see that fucking shirt again. I think Napoleon Dynamite was a fine film, but it just like enough. Stop.
I didn't know these made a comeback. Why did they make a
No,
comeback?
no, no, they didn't.
Oh, 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 oh,
This is
oh,
what
oh, okay,
we're
yeah, I'm
glad
so
they did
yeah,
not
oh,
make.
yeah, 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 I'm so blown away here. I'm like, "Yeah, what the hell is going on?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, since when?
Thank
Since
you,
when?"
Jesus. Because if I see one of these, my only idea would be, did you get this at a Goodwill somewhere? Did you go
Any
and pick through Zachary Levy live what is this guy's name? Zachary Levi
Shazam,
or
whatever
something?
his name Shazam's name is, yeah.
Shazam? Did you go and rob Shazam's closet? Because I don't know where you got that from, man, to be honest
And
with
this isn't even, like, the real vote for Pedro colors. Wasn't it, like, red text on white shirt? There was
yeah, I
never
think
white
you're
on
right. I
black.
think you're right. I think even the color, dynamic is incorrect, but again, he's a teen people behind him. Again, this was such a stretch for that time. All in all, it's dead. It's gone. Good riddance. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, that kind of wraps up the, I guess, fashion category
I
for 2021. What a delve into that. And
I I think I'm coming around on the goggles, actually. I think I'm coming around on the goggles.
yeah, if you find some, you're gonna rock some on the next show.
You know? I'm warming up to 'em. I'm warming up to 'em.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. And listen, if you can pull it off, I say try and you try everything once. If you get a good reaction from it, then you've successfully, you've checked the box. If not, move on, throw it in the Goodwill bin and just give it a
Bucket hat, goggles, shredded sweater. That's
yep,
that's I'm bringing all that back. All that back. Don't worry, everybody, every white person, I got it.
good.
I will be a tough road to hoe, but I'll
You
do it
need
for you.
to take one for the team. You know what? One I didn't see on there that I'm surprised the AI producer didn't pick up on. What about the duster? I thought the dusters were hot in that Y2K because we were coming right off the Matrix. We're also it was very goth. Dusters were awesome. Dusters were like, I'm a badass. I'm gonna rock a duster.
That's because, man, if John Wick had worn a duster, dusters would have come back. If you put John
Yeah,
Wick in it, John Wick would have fucking brought back dusters.
yeah, you're right. I think if John Wick, because yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, that's all it took was Keanu Reeves, wearing one in the Matrix, and everybody just wanted a duster. I
Yeah.
wanted a duster. I'm not gonna lie. I would have maybe bought one if there was one available.
See, now you get fedora, goggles, duster. Now
Whoa,
you're talking. Now you're working
dude, I
1999, baby.
like that, man. I like that. Yeah, the goggles and the duster are quite a
Is
look.
now
See
time
what
for
I'm
a
saying?
segment.
Oh, okay. Thank you, AI producer. I believe it's time for a segment as it has to instruct us. All right, so yeah, I guess it's segment time. I'm not sure what the hell. Oh no.
Congrats, you've been infiltrated by none other than Hack Daddy. Buckle up
Okay,
and enjoy the ride.
this happens. This happens sometimes. Don't worry, we'll start to fix it here. AI producer,
Bear
can
with
you
us.
fix this, please?
Yeah,
It's
run the
probably nothing.
protocol. Run
It'll
it.
fix
Oh, the
it.
puppies,
Oh God.
the puppies. There's so many
Oh,
puppies,
this
so
is awful.
many puppies in the world to see. I want all
Okay. Yep.
the puppies to cuddle with me.
Yep.
Oh,
We've.
the puppies, the
Oh boy. We've been pumping on.
puppies. There's so many puppies,
Damn
so
it, Hack
many
Daddy.
puppies in the world to see.
Yep.
I want all
Okay. This is bad.
the puppies to cuddle with me.
This was not part of the show, folks. This was not supposed to happen. I
Oh, the
apologize.
puppies,
We're
the
working on it.
puppies.
Oh, this is bad.
There's so many puppies, so
Okay.
many puppies in the world to see.
right.
I want all
Oh, wow. A lot
the
of puppies.
puppies
Very.
to cuddle with me.
Damn it. All right, we're gonna have to go to break. This is.
Oh, the puppies, the
Yeah, we'll be right back.
puppies.
We'll be right back. We're gonna.
There's so many
Sorry.
puppies, so many puppies in the world to see.
Please stand by as we attend to these unforeseen technical difficulties. Thank you.